What's going on, everybody? This week for Taste of Thursday, I'm going to be cooking my favorite meal: steak, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and corn. Gotta have some vegetables in there. So, if you want more information on that, click that link below. See you soon.
So we have steaks, garlic powder, Lowry seasoned salt, of course a can opener, corn, try to have some kind of vegetable, mashed potatoes, and macaroni and cheese. First thing you want to do is you want to set the broiler on. All right, I make my steaks in the broiler. All right, we're going to take a little seasoned salt. Not too heavy. Make sure I get the whole thing. A little bit of garlic powder. Don't be scared of the seasoning. Okay, then you want to flip and do the same thing to the other side. Same thing. Doesn't matter what order you put it on. I don't go too heavy with garlic because it's kind of strong. So, all right. So, seasoned up. I'm going to wait for the broiler to get hot. Make sure you're careful. Make sure there's nothing underneath the broiler. I know some people like to store pots and pans down there. Make sure you're being careful with that. Okay. On to the veggies. Brand new can opener. Let's hope we don't get any malfunctions here. All right. Corn. I hear that stove. Okay. And for the mashed potatoes, I'm gonna go right over here. Okay. Oh. Had to make sure I got my measuring cup. Okay. So, 2 cups of water. And bring it to a boil. Okay, so we're going to put our 2 cups in, but we're going to wait because that should only take about 5 minutes. And I want to try to time everything so it's done at the same time. Okay. Stouffer's mac and cheese, one of my favorite. I always prefer homemade, but whatever. It says microwave, prep, cut, film to vent, 4 minutes on high, stir, recover for another 2 minutes. So, we're gonna just a little cut right in it. We're gonna let that sit as well. So, broiler should be just about ready. Let's check this bad boy out. Okay. Okay. All right. You're gonna want to let that sit in a broiler for about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna flip it for another 10 minutes. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna wait till I flip, and then I'm gonna start everything else. So see you soon, guys. Right back. All right, so we are back. I'm going to check the steaks right now. Okay. Looking pretty good. The broiler is going to give you that little char on the top. Okay. And I got a little caught up with this camera and everything, so I'm not going to leave this in for another 10 minutes. It all depends on how you like your steak. I like mine's medium well, so the other side had a nice char on it. This side I'm only going to leave in for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes because these steaks are pretty thin. So that's that. Okay, water is boiling for mashed potatoes, corn. Put a little butter in there. Always make sure your fire is low. You don't want a high blazing fire because of a few reasons. Mainly because you want to be able to catch it. So if you overcook something, or you don't know exactly how you want it cooked, if the fire's low, you can catch it. All right. You can always turn the fire up, but make sure it's low. Over here, the macaroni and cheese is going. All right. There's only a minute left. Okay. So corn is getting a little bubble going. Mashed potatoes, I'm just really waiting for the water to boil, so I'm gonna turn this fire up a little bit. Okay, because like I said once before, I'm trying to time everything, so I need this water to get going because the steaks are basically done. Okay, if you've noticed, I've cleaned my work area as best I could. If you're cooking in the house, make sure you clean it up behind yourself. Nobody wants to clean up after you, especially my teens. So, all right. Check this. Okay. I think it's time to pull those steaks. That's done. Put that there. Okay. And broiler off. And time to pull steaks. Make sure that the broiler is off. All right. So steaks are looking pretty good. You see we got a little char on the top there, right there, as well as on that one. Both looking pretty good. I'm not going to eat both, so I'm gonna grab another plate just to put one to the side for later. Okay. So, macaroni and cheese. We need to still do. I'm gonna stir this. This needs another 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3. Another 3 minutes on the mac and cheese. Corn is about done. Finally, it's boiling. Okay. Mashed potatoes are boiling. Right over here. Make sure you are following the directions. The directions said that after you put it in, you want to stir and remove it from the fire. Okay. careful now. All right. Guess what we forgot to do? 2 minutes. Okay. So, mashed potatoes are done. If you want to add butter or a little bit of salt, that's your preference. I am going to do so. All right. Make sure all of your fires are off. Make sure when you're done making something, you move it. You move it to an eye on the stove that is off. Make sure you're moving on to an eye on the stove that is off. All right. Okay. Steak looking good. We're just waiting for mashed potatoes and corn. Mashed potatoes are pretty good over here. I'm letting that butter melt a little bit. Corn already had butter. I'm just letting it cool off. This was my... Okay. Wrong one. Whatever. Okay. Stir it up pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. Okay. If I can find it in the back of this cabinet. Okay. Very light with salt as well. Okay. Now, I live alone, so a lot of this food I get to eat twice. Okay. But clearly this is a quick meal you can make for friends, family. Not difficult at all. Seeing as how we had instant for a lot of this stuff. We have instant macaroni and cheese, and corn is pretty quick. Okay. Normally I do green beans, but I wanted to switch it up today. Okay. A little mash. Nice and hot. So be careful. And last but not least, the macaroni and cheese. Ooh, be careful. Stir a little bit. And there we go. Steak, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, and corn, all on your own. Nobody had to cook for you. So, once again, Taste of Thursdays, my favorite meal. See you guys next week. Peace.